Hey everyone, let's talk about something that's been making headlines. How on earth did South Korea come to this? On June 25, 2024, 3 Chinese students were caught using a drone to film the USS Theodore Roosevelt in Busan. They had been surveilling military facilities since 2022. Over 500 photographs of defense assets were found on their devices, yet none of them have been formally punished. Then, on November 9, 2024, a Chinese national was caught flying a drone near the National Intelligence Service building. Sensitive parts of the agency's premises were filmed, and again, no meaningful legal action was taken. Since June 2024, there have been at least 11 cases of Chinese individuals photographing South Korean military bases and other high-security sites. These cases show a clear pattern of intelligence-gathering behavior. But here's the kicker. South Korea's espionage laws only apply to North Korea. Espionage offenses are almost exclusively defined within the context of inter-Korean hostilities. This legal blind spot has rendered South Korea powerless against foreign intelligence activities by non-North Korean actors, especially China. Conservative lawmakers have tried to expand the legal definition of espionage to include third countries. However, these efforts have been blocked by the Democratic Party, South Korea's progressive opposition. So we must ask, has South Korea already succumbed to China's growing influence? There are increasing signs that South Korea is becoming a target of China's long-term regional strategy. What began as diplomatic cooperation is evolving into structural influence across politics, education, media, and even the judiciary. Some experts believe that China's satellite state model, first perfected in Hong Kong, may be taking root in South Korea. Let's examine how we got here. In 1998, former President Kim Dae-jung initiated the Sunshine Policy to engage with North Korea. While the goal was peaceful reconciliation, the outcome was ambiguous. Billions in aid poured into Pyongyang, believed to have funded missile development. Furthermore, his administration deepened economic and diplomatic engagement with China, laying the groundwork for increasing Chinese influence in South Korea's economy and regional diplomacy. This dual-track approach weakened South Korea's alignment with the USA and invited new strategic dependencies. In 2017, President Moon Jae-in introduced the Korean Peninsula peace process. Though historic in appearance, the effort failed to bring substantial denuclearization. North Korea continued its provocations with minimal consequences, and Moon's administration was criticized for its passive response. More notably, the administration took an excessively conciliatory stance toward China, refusing to directly condemn human rights abuses in Hong Kong and Xinjiang, and hesitating to fully deploy the THAAD system due to Chinese pressure. These actions strained the US-Korea alliance and raised questions about Seoul's geopolitical loyalties. The consequences are visible now. For the first time, South Korea's science and technology capacity has been surpassed by China. China's rise is backed by aggressive state-led strategies, while South Korea's innovation system stagnates under regulatory and political constraints. Meanwhile, China has brought Hong Kong under full control, dismantling its autonomy and civil liberties. That same satellite state strategy now seems to be manifesting in democratic countries via influence operations. South Korea is not immune. Even more troubling is the quiet but growing infiltration of pro-China sentiment within conservative political circles. It's no longer just the left that entertains Beijing's narrative. Certain right-wing figures maintain discrete financial connections with Chinese-linked enterprises, while others advocate for pragmatic diplomacy that effectively enables China's strategic ambitions. This bipartisan vulnerability reflects how deeply China's influence operations have penetrated the South Korean political spectrum. If South Koreans dismiss these developments, the nation could lose its sovereignty and strategic autonomy. This is not an exaggeration. It's a warning grounded in patterns, data, and policy failures over the past 2 decades. The time has come for a sober reassessment of South Korea's geopolitical orientation. If left unchecked, the nation may soon find itself not just within China's sphere of influence, but under it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.